Sometimes the very work meant to save an ancient temple quietly changes it forever.
Right? That line grabbed me. It feels almost impossible, but when that happens, the damage can be subtle and slow.
Welcome to NSP Plus TV, Cambodia's voice to the world. I'm Port Norn, here to make complex things simple and clear, without alarm.
And I'm Nisa. We'll take a practical, evidence-first look at when restoration helps and when it harms, and who should lead those choices.
Here's the core idea in one sentence. Repairs must be reversible, documented, and guided by the people who live with these places. Skip any of those, and you risk turning a careful fix into a long-term problem.
Reversible? Hold up. What does that actually mean on the ground?
Good question. It means any intervention should be removable without destroying the original fabric. Think of a tiny trial patch on a carved lintel, not slapping modern cement across the whole face.
We visited a temple outside Siem Reap that shows why this matters. There was fresh, pale gray mortar filling joints. At first, it looked neat, like someone had tidied the stones. Within 6 months, a white salt crust appeared on carved surfaces, and tiny hairline fissures spread across a face.
Right, that's a compatibility failure. Modern cement can be harder than ancient sandstone. It traps moisture and forces salts into the carved stone, which then flakes away. A repair that feels solid on day one becomes a source of decay.
And it's not only chemistry. I noticed the tourist path had been moved closer, with a new concrete walkway and low lighting. That shifted drainage patterns. Water pooled in places it never did before, and the carving suffered where runoff concentrated.
Hold on. When you say shifted drainage, do you mean the view and the water flow both changed the stone's fate?
Exactly. The setting, the slope, the vegetation, the original pathway all contribute to how water moves. Change one thing and you change how erosion happens. That's why context matters as much as materials.
We need to guard against a simple narrative here. Don't blame foreign teams wholesale. Many bring expertise and resources Cambodia needs.
But shouldn't there be consequences when those projects cause harm? I mean, if work degrades a carved face, who answers for that?
Yes, accountability absolutely matters. The difference is process, approvals, documented trials, monitoring, and local leadership. When those are missing, damage happens, and there's no simple way to fix it.
I can accept that, but I still want to see real consequences, not just vague promises. If a project fails, there should be transparent reports and funding redirected to remediation and training.
Agreed. And that's where documentation helps. If you record materials, tests, and monitoring data, future teams can reverse or adapt earlier choices. Without records, everyone loses time, and the stone keeps paying the price.
For our field report, we spoke with a Cambodian conservator who grounded several rules in simple, actionable steps. Test small patches, watch salt and moisture movement, and always plan to remove the intervention later if needed.
The international conservation scientist we consulted added technical depth, do material analysis, publish the findings, and set a 6-month monitoring window after any trial patch. If deterioration is visible in that window, stop and reassess.
3 common failure modes to make this simple: incompatible materials, altered drainage or microclimate, and undocumented interventions. Fix those 3 and you avoid a lot of harm.
And some practical tech now. Simple humidity and salt sensors cost under $100 and can warn conservators before visible damage appears. Low-cost monitoring is no longer optional. It's a smart safeguard.
Here's a hopeful counterpoint. Battambang's village-led shrine project. They matched a lime-based mortar to local stone, trained 6 local youth as monitors, and published short monthly updates. The shrine looks cared for, and the community owns the work.
That example shows what we mean by empowered participation, collaboration, not replacement. Funders should support local training and shared decision-making, not only overseas experts who leave when the money ends.
Let's debunk a viral claim we've seen. A post said a 12th century lintel was whitewashed and ruined. We checked. The lintel was treated with a sacrificial, reversible coating in a limited trial, documented, dated, and intended to be removed. The viral post skipped those facts.
When you see dramatic language online, ruined, destroyed, always ask, who did the testing? Are there dated photos? And is there a public report? Sensational words travel fast. The verification steps are straightforward.
Quick verification checklist for listeners. Check the National Heritage Agency statement, look for before and after photos with dates, and search for independent conservator comments. If you can't find any of those, treat the claim cautiously.
A listener asked how to learn conservation basics locally. Short answer, apprenticeships with national agencies, weekend workshops offered by university departments, and online short courses focused on preventive conservation. Start small, build skills, and help the community.
And if you're a visitor, simple behaviors protect sites. Stay on marked paths, don't touch fragile carvings, ask guides about conservation policies, and, when possible, join community-led tours that give direct support to local stewardship.
Let's return to the 5 practical markers of ethical conservation, but spoken, not checklisty. 1. Do tiny trial patches and watch them for at least 6 months. 2. Test material chemistry before you apply anything large. 3. Document everything and make the records public. 4. Ensure communities give meaningful consent and participate. 5. Build monitoring into the budget so someone checks back.
If you're wondering which institutions to trust, prioritize projects with local leadership, published methods, and clear monitoring plans. Avoid one-off cleanups with no follow-up. They're often where harm starts.
We'll keep tracking projects and highlighting training programs because capacity building is the durable solution. The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.
Thank you for joining us. If this episode helped you understand what ethical conservation looks like, subscribe to NSP Plus TV for more coverage on heritage, culture, and trustworthy reporting.
We'll be back with field interviews, clear explanations, and stories that put Cambodia at the center. From Phnom Penh to the world, let's take care of our past so it can still speak to the future.